Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope that you are having a fantastic Wednesday. I hope that if you have been experiencing rain, that you are safe. Boy, oh boy, have we had rain. Rain. It has not seemed like summer, y'all, because of the rain. There's been no sun. It's raining right this very second, and just the slightest tiny bit of sun is coming out. So it's like, come on, sun. I hope you guys are having a really good day. I have 2 new full-size flow journals to go in the shop today, and I should get those listed a little bit later on this afternoon after a trip to the post office. So I wanted to show these to you guys. This one, I'm kind of crazy in love with the blue and the green. It's just so pretty. And this is like a damask pattern. I don't know what these are, you guys. I think it's in the hydrangea family, but I'm just not sure. I just think it's it's a lovely, lovely flower pattern, and this is a new pattern for us. I stitched this off with some wooden beads and some glass flower beads, as well as Czechoslovakian beads and some crystal beads and some the little crystal beads in there. Can't say that word. My birthday's the 29th, so that's what I put as a closure right here. I am doing a lot more stamping in these books. I think a stamped image is fun to work with, you guys. So lots of stamped images. I'm also making these little cards that have ABCs on them, the word create. So you're going to find in these journals, you're going to find some prompts. And when I see a word, or if I see a word that keeps popping up, then I start to really pay attention to that word or that feeling or that thing that keeps popping up in my timeline. So I encourage you guys to do that. If it's a word that you're gravitating to, if it's an idea, always flush that out. See what that's all about. These are some coffee and tea dyed writing papers for you guys. This is lined paper. This beautiful napkin, that's super inspiring, as well as these beautiful, I love these images. I love arrows and I love hearts, and I think that these papers are just, they go really sweetly with the butterfly themed napkin that we have. I've got you some deli paper right here, some tissue paper to play with. This is a pocket packed full of goodies, so you got a goodie bag right there. Someone gave this to me, and I love the deer image. I just think that the deer image is quite sweet. This is a tag for you to play with. I am finally kind of getting the hang of my crocodile, so I have been putting eyelets in these, which I hope you guys like, and I hope you find fun. Again, a word cue. What is it that you like? I think when we get older, sorry y'all, I was a little bit out of frame. When we get older, we forget about the things that we've liked. We've raised a family, our kids are grown, and then we have to kind of redevelop and rethink about ourselves and the things that we like. So anytime that I see something like this, it's a visual cue to remember things I like, and remember things I like to do, colors I like, food I like. I think when we've provided for a family for a long time, we tend to forget ourselves. So this book could act as a little reminder. Just ask. One of my very, very favorite 2-word phrases. Just ask. Just ask Spirit for a little bit of help. Just ask for it. One of my favorite authors is Abraham and Esther and Jerry Hicks. They wrote a book called Ask and It Is Given. They do workshops online. It's one of my very, very favorite things to listen to during my creative day. And that is the premise of their books. Just ask and it is given. Seek and you'll find. Knock and the door will be open for you if you are very sincere in your asking. This is from the art book that has these awesome highlights in it that someone sent me. This is an image from the Great Wall of China. Some more China imagery for you. I did... I don't know how this turned out, how this started, but this is my drop, wait, smear technique on a grocery bag, and it turned out fun, and I wanted to share it with you guys. More art images, a vintage postcard, a vintage greeting card for you guys, and a card for you to alter. Now, this is a Christmas card sent to us by our sweet friend Kathy, and I dug out a bunch of them to use for my Christmas cards this year, but they were so pretty that I really did want to share with you guys. And look at that envelope. It is just darling. I just really did like it. This is the salvage script on the vintage greeting card. More from the Art Encyclopedia. I think that is Renoir. Isn't that beautiful? Color. Fascinating. A few more manipulated time and implied motion. That is what this section of our art history book is all about. And I love things like that. I ordered the book Journal to the Self. I highly recommend it. I'm about, I've only read about 50 pages, and it's really making me rethink the way that I do journaling, and I love that. I love new ideas for journaling. This is a little page that is devoted to the ocean. So we have some ocean waves right here. We have Mr. Snoopy in the ocean, and back here are some ocean scenes for you. A King of Diamonds. Anyway, the book is highlighted. So the person who had it before me did some highlighting, and there were notes in the margin. I love stuff like that. I love to see what the person who read the book before me found interesting. These are some vintage recipes, and from a 1950s-ish recipe book. I love the illustrations. I think they're so super cool. Writing paper for you guys. You guys will notice that I'm leaving a lot more white writing space for you. A vintage recipe, moist chocolate cake. A prize-winning recipe, no doubt. This is an appearance of our deer again. I love him so much. Her. Make good things happen. A little bit of bling for you. A fabric swatch. Some tags for you guys to play with. Lots of papers, stamped papers. I love this crown image, you guys. I kinda am hung up on Harry and Meghan. Please no comments about that. I am an Anglophile from way, way back. I love anything English. I love Queen Elizabeth. I love the whole royal family thing. I realize, you guys, that it's an archaic notion to have a queen, but the thing is that it is so beautifully historic that the history of it just draws me in, just absolutely draws me in. This is a vintage Get Well card, some vintage text for you guys. This is lots of love, the family. It's very sweet. I love those vintage Get Well cards. Actually, just the whole vintage card thing is very, 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 very beautifully done. I love the colors here. I put a horse in here for you. It does have a small hole right there, so you can hang that up if you want. I thought the colors really matched really nicely with the vintage Hallmark playing card. Be joyful. And what's more joyful than some puppies, right? Or to dance. I am not a dancer, my friends. I never learned to dance. And I kind of That's a sad thing for me. I was the person playing the music that you were dancing to. So I never learned to dance. There's this sweet little saying that says, hug a musician, they don't get to dance. So do that. Hug a musician, tip a musician, buy that CD. You know, support your local music scene, y'all. It's really important to do that. This little book is called Lilac, and I just think she turned out really sweetly. Now, if you really look hard, you can see that this was a dog biscuit box in its former life. I like seeing the base. I like seeing how something progressed. And I think that leaving just a little bit of the box in some way or another, that's just my thing, y'all. I like it. I realize some people don't like it. Some people don't work that way. But I love because to me that adds to the timeline and the history of the item. This lilac is finished with glass beads, some Czechoslovakian beads, a few metal beads and findings in here. She was a lot of fun to work with. So let's take a look. And on the, we have magnolia here, and tulip and buttercup. So it is it's a lovely journal. It has a very sweet feel to it, a very classic sort of feel as well. So we're starting off here, and I am trying to include some of my handwriting in these items as well. So we have some tags to work with, a little bit of fabric, a stamped image, more fabric, more papers. This is a card for you to alter. I had some wine that was just not good. I am not a big wine drinker. I like Prosecco and I like Sangria. I'm not a big drinker at all. Sometime in the wintertime, if I've got a super bad cold, I use Crown Royal to medicinally treat my cold. But it's just not my thing. But I had a bottle of wine and it was just icky. And I tried to drink it and it was like, nope, that's just not going to happen. So I poured the bottle of wine over some lined paper and it turned out really this beautiful, purple color. Oh my gosh, it was. And the cool thing was that I put it in my oven to dry it. So it had this baked grape-ish kind of scent to it, and it smells really good. I was like, well, I'm glad it smells really good. A cheerful little puppy dog right here. We have our deer imagery. I love this stamp. It says Les Louis, and I don't know exactly what that is, but it's a sweet little stamped image. A vintage greeting card for you guys. Some home imagery. I think that I've been doing a thing that I call little projects. I call it small improvements. And every day I do a small improvement. Now, a small improvement could be anything like changing a light bulb that has been burned out for a week and it needs to be changed, and I finally change it, or ordering new drip pans for my ancient antique cooktop. Drip pans are super hard to find for that thing. Our house was built in 1949. The kitchen did go through an update at some point, but it is a cooktop, so it's just really hard to find pieces and parts for the cooktop. So I ordered some drip pans, 8-inch drip pans. Cannot find the 6-inch drip pans, but we'll keep looking for that. It's kind of a challenge just to, when you have an old house, just to find things to replace the things that get broken in your house. These are a few pages that deal with kitty cats. There are kitty cats over here. I think this was a Victorian, I can't remember the name of it, Victorian something magazine. I did order one, you guys, but I did not get it as quickly. I have not gotten it yet. Not like cocoa and, oh, what was that one that I told you guys about? Something in cocoa. Olive and cocoa. Olive and cocoa. That is a great, great catalog, you guys. Lots of pretty colors in that. Lots of things to work with. Got a little fabric swatch here for you. Some blingy crystals, because we just need stuff like that. This is a sweet little stamp that is of an old-fashioned suitcase, which I kind of love old-fashioned suitcases. A sweet image of someone wading in the water. I hope to be wading in the water sometime soon. It's been way too long since I have not seen water, been in water. I'm not a pool person. I really love the ocean. So I hope to get there. Oh man, I hope to get there before summer is gone. This is a little bit of our galaxy fabric. I thought that was so pretty. More from our art history book. Saturn right here. Oh, Mercury goes retro, my friends, on Friday. So we'll all be in for... it's such a curious time when Mercury goes retrograde. So if something breaks, technology's not your friend, it's okay. It's going to get better. Don't worry about it. It will get good. This is a recipe for baking powder biscuits. This is another one of those old as the hills recipes. I've got a mini book back here for you. A vintage get well card, just dropping in to tell you hi. I love the way that this little girl looks, and I love that she is knocking on a golden door. I just think that's so cool. Cards back then were so well done. Got 1950s vintage recipes for you guys. Casserole sausages. Heart with apple raisin stuffing. Dear me. Okay, I'm not going to be eating that. We're all pulling for you, Geneva. Lovingly, Bertha. Please get well soon. And more things for you guys to play with. This is some packaging. This is as well as packaging. This is from a Kleenex box. But look at that. I mean, does this not look like the ocean kissing the shore right here? I love things like that. This is, I got to put something over here, you guys. This is our vintage text section. Got lots of things to play with here. It's amazing, isn't it, that a piece of paper is that well preserved after 50 or 60 years. I would think things would just fall apart. It's going to make me wonder, how is our current paper going to hold up? And also, we're becoming a paperless society. I found out that a lot of the newspapers that I worked with when I was a music publicist they just shut down. They're just going out of business, and they'll do stuff online, but not have a physical presence anymore. So yeah, we are getting paperless, my friends, and I'm a paper person. I love it. I love to touch it. I love to smell it. I love to feel it. I love to write on it. I'm a paperholic. I hope you guys enjoyed these journals. I will have them in the shop a little bit later on this afternoon. Have a wonderful Wednesday, my friends. Talk to you later. Bye.